Hey everyone, Austin here. We're going to be going back over 5 minute fantasy again. I know it's a few weeks into the season, but want to get started. All right, so starting with quarterbacks for week 7, my start of the week is going to be either Kyle Allen or Alex Smith, whoever's going to be starting for Washington, the Washington football team against the Dallas Cowboys. If you take a look at the stats, whoever plays Dallas, they have normally the best game of the week. It's not that hard to figure out. Kyle Allen got pulled in the middle of the game. Alex Smith came in. But whichever one of those quarterbacks, take a look at which one's going to start. If you need an emergency starter, you got two guys on a bye or something like that, you can bring one of them in, and reliably you're going to have points. Daniel Jones against Philadelphia. Philadelphia does not defend well, especially on the back end. Daniel Jones, he's got a problem with fumbles. Philadelphia doesn't force turnovers. You're not going to have a problem worrying about him fumbling too much, not too many interceptions. Plus, Daniel Jones is a competent quarterback when it comes to throwing the football down the field, so you can expect some points from him. Matthew Stafford versus Atlanta. Obviously, we know what Atlanta's looking like. We saw what they did against Minnesota. Now, I think Minnesota's going through, like a barrage of their own problems, so don't expect that performance to look anything like the performance that Detroit's going to have against Atlanta. I don't know if Detroit can beat Atlanta, but I know that it's not going to be a low-scoring loss if they lose. Matthew Stafford is going to get points, so you can, you can book it. Start him. Obviously, I don't think anybody started the Atlanta Falcons defense on fantasy since 2017, so it's a good time to start Matthew Stafford. Teddy Bridgewater versus New Orleans. The thing is, New Orleans for the last 3 or 4 years has had an excellent rush defense and a weak pass defense. Teddy Bridgewater is a competent quarterback. He knows New Orleans. New Orleans might know him, but he's still going to be able to get the job done. And Baker Mayfield against Cincinnati. Again, another reason not many people probably have started Baker, but he's going up against Cincinnati. Cincinnati's not that great, and defensively, they have a lot of potential to give up big plays. Even against the weak-armed Phillip Rivers, they still gave up multiple big plays against the Colts. They're more of an offensive-led team, especially with guys, like Joe Burrow and Joe Mixon. I think they have the wide receiver T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and A.J. Green. He's like the fourth best, weapon on that entire team. So it's not a problem. You should be able to start Baker Mayfield because those are always going to be offensive games. Sit of the week, Derek Carr. Now, Derek Carr has been looking relatively good this season. John Gruden's been doing a really good job with Las Vegas. But Tampa Bay's defense has been getting better and better every single week. They gave up a ton of points week 1 against New Orleans, and it's been going down since. And, obviously that was capitalized with their just complete demolishment of what Aaron Rodgers has been trying to be an MVP this season. So, be careful. Don't touch Derek Carr. Jared Goff versus Chicago. Chicago's got an excellent defense. Nobody's talking about them right now. Everybody's talking about the Bills. Everybody's talking about the Steelers. People are still talking about the Patriots and obviously Tampa Bay. Chicago still has an elite defense. They've got an elite pass rush. They have at least one elite safety and cornerback. Do not start Jared Goff. He might not be turnover prone, but it's going to be a rushing game, if anything, for them if Los Angeles wants to win. Don't start Jimmy Garoppolo. He's going up against his old team in New England. And I know that Jimmy Garoppolo has looked good in the recent weeks, but you are not going to want to be able to trust a former Belichick player against Bill Belichick. The Patriots lost, I think, 6 players to opting out this season on defense, but they're still one of the best coached. They're probably the best coach team on the defensive side of the football still. So be careful about Jimmy Garoppolo. Ryan Tannehill versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's defense is absolutely bananas. It's just on fire. I would be cautious about anything that they're trying to do Tennessee-wise against Pittsburgh. So, you're going to see a lot of the don't start Tennessee players. Ryan Tannehill against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has just monstrous front seven. They've got, an elite safety in Minkah Fitzpatrick and a great defensive coach in Mike Tomlin. And then my last set of the week is going to be Drew Brees against Carolina. Carolina's been actually pretty good on the back end defensively, but their rushing defense is weak. I think this is going to be an Alvin Kamara game. This is going to be a Latavius Murray game. Plus, I've also got Michael Thomas sitting. I think he might be injured right now. There's like some news coming out about a tweaked hamstring. So be careful about that. If you've got Drew Brees, take a look at some other quarterbacks that you might want to start.